Good morning, Papa Chaz. Back at you. Haven't done a video in a long time. I have revived the GoPro. Bought a new mount for it to use on the new boat we bought. Gonna go out and do a little bit of a fishing video this morning. See what happens, how this thing works. I have bought a new boat. Let's see. New center console boat has the Minn Kota Terrova trolling motor, seats 7. Yamaha 115 4-stroke, plenty of rod holders. Got me a top to sit under so that it's sprinkling a little bit of rain, but that ain't gonna matter unless it gets really hard. Put this thing back up here, and I think what I might do, turn it around maybe so you can see, get a little bit of a video going up the creek this morning. See how that looks. And we're off. May have to get a power cord for this thing for the camera. I'm not sure how long it's going to last. To be honest, I never even thought about getting the camera out and buying a mount for the pontoon boat. And the reason I thought about it this time for this boat, just is because I've been watching fishing videos offshore, guys going down in the Gulf. This is a big enough boat to be able to go down in the Gulf. I don't know that we'll ever do that, but it does look like it would be fun. And of course we're going at idle speed because we are in a no-wake zone. We are on Weiss Lake outside of Cedar Bluff, Alabama, on a little creek that feeds into the Coosa River called Ballplay Creek. Feeds into the river 4 or 5 miles upstream before the actual lake opens up into the lake. And pretty nice area. Pretty nice area up there. I've enjoyed being up here the last couple of years. Let me speed up a little bit, maybe. I'm not leaving no way. Get on out here. See how long it takes us to get out to where we're going to do a little bit of trolling this morning. Property just come off of spawn, and they're moving back into deeper water, into the brush pile. I'm going to troll this morning. Boat right there just came past our dock. We've already been seeing some. May the 4th today. Once we start seeing more jet skis and getting over here, and occasionally we have to call down a boat going too fast or making too big of a wave, bouncing all the docks and the hooks all around. Water temperature 75.5 this morning. We're in 8.9 feet of water right here. Heading out to what used to be known as Lad's Campground. Everybody still knows it as that. It's just not Lad's Campground since it's been bought out and privatized. Past all the campsites, we're no longer in a developed area. We can get up this way and get out there. Yesterday I rode up here with this iPilot trolling motor. I set an ITrack for the route that I want to follow, and I will activate the remote for the trolling motor, and I will tell it to go to that track and follow that track, and then we'll throw out the 2 rods we're going to troll with. I've got 4 rods set up. I'm only allowed 3 on wise. 2 of them are with lighter jig heads, and 2 of them are heavier jig heads. I was thinking I might do some trolling in the river this afternoon, but it's going to quit raining. I don't mind this like this. I'm not even getting wet at all up to the top, but start actively fishing, and I'll be out underneath the top. I'll be under it all the time. Places you hardly ever see any people. we got a little bit wet. There's other boats out here fishing. I don't know what they're, there might be some tournament or something. These guys look like they pulled over to the shore. I don't know what they're doing. So yesterday I came out here to set a track to just go all the way down and then come back. Make a big circle at the other end and come back. Last week when I was up here trolling, I just did it manually. You can put that trolling motor in the water and take the remote, point it in one direction and tell it that's the direction you want to go, and it'll stay going that direction. But I set a track yesterday and I'm going to put it down, tell it to follow that track, and then that way I can pay 100% attention to the rods and not have to worry about if I'm going to run into something. I don't know what's up with the guys fishing. I don't know if that's a tournament from somewhere or what. But we were doing 22 miles an hour just then. We covered that last little 3/4 of a mile a whole lot faster than we did the first 3/4 of a mile. Our track is out 1.4 miles long, and then when we get around the corner here, we'll see it open up. And I'm going to head toward this first buoy on the left and get away from these guys. And then I'll go put the trolling motor down and get started. I'm surprised we didn't see any other boats out. Most of the fast boats with no tops on. I think he might have been hung up over there. Alright, don't know if you can see the buoy out in front of us. I'm going to cut this right here. Got that trolling motor. Let's see, I didn't bring a rag or anything to wipe off the camera. Alright, here we go. Let's hit go to end. Turn the propeller on. And we want to be going somewhere around 1 mile an hour. This is the first time I've used this for this, so let's see. We'll see. Why it's backing me up, I started it over there. So now it looks like it's taking me to where I started at, and the turn is completely around. I guess it had to find itself, like most teenagers these days. Once we get going in a straight line, and I get up to the speed I want to get up to, I'll throw some lines out, and we'll turn the camera on. Works off GPS coordinates. That's pretty cool. So now it's actually turning me. Maybe I should have got a little bit closer to the starting point. It says you're supposed to be able to start within a quarter of a mile from any point on the track. 1.1 mile an hour right there. Cut that back just a little bit. All right. We'll keep an eye on that and see how it works, but let me turn the camera around. Well, I have lost connection with the phone. It says the phone is still connected. The GoPro is still recording. So I'm going to turn it off and put the phone back up. Get that down out of the way. I don't know when I lost connection to the phone, so I don't know if it's even still recording. The light's still flashing. Let me stop it and restart it. Okay, I have stopped it and restarted it. We are, uh-oh, got a bite. Might not have been a bite. Might have been some brush. I'm going to move these two rods that I'm not using right now with the heavier weights out of the way. So I have those out of the way. So we're just trolling along and the boat's driving itself, which is just so cool. And we'll go down and make the circle one time and see if we catch anything. I made this loop 2 times last Saturday morning and I caught 16 fish, only 2 of which were keepers. And then came back later that afternoon with my grandson, who caught 6 more fish. And one of them was really big. I put one of those rods out, but that line, those 1/8 ounce jig heads are a little bit too heavy in this 8-foot water. Unless you go really fast, and I don't want to go really fast. We are at 1.2. I might need to slow down just a little bit. Last week was doing pretty good at 1 mile an hour and 0.9 mile an hour. So just love it that I don't have to drive the boat. I am keeping an eye on it just to make sure that we're staying on track, but that's pretty cool to be able to do it that way. Those 1/8 ounce jigs seem to be floating along pretty good too, but I got them on a real short line, so I can't put the other one out. I can only have 3 out at a time. I put 2 more rod holders off the rails so I could point some out the side. Grandkids are supposed to come this afternoon, so if they come, we can fish with 4 rods. I've got 3 more rod holders sticking straight out the back, but that would put all 3 of them, that would put 5 of them going out the back, and they'd be close. So first time I've used this ITrack feature on this trolling motor. This is really cool. We just bought this boat a week and a half ago. Last weekend's the first time I got to do any fishing out of it. And this is what this is set up for. This is the kind of fishing really these boats are set up for. With this T-top on it, it's not really set up for bass fishing. Doesn't have fishing seats in it. But I have learned already I can let the trolling motor do its thing, and I can stand back here and fish. So and the first fish I caught in it was a bass. Water temperature right here, 77.4. I wonder if I lost contact with the camera and the phone a while ago when I was going so fast. See if I can look at it. Yeah, there's no water spots on it, so it should be good. Might want to get me a phone holder so I can see the screen a little better. Letting the boat drive itself, sipping on a cup of coffee. Got some lines out the back. Sure has changed my style of fishing, although I'm not going to fish it like this all the time. I told Jill we would that I was going to come out and do one round around the ITrack and see what happened. It's barely sprinkling now. It's not hardly doing anything at all. The rain's supposed to stop and move on through in a couple of hours. I have my pontoon for sale, and a guy that's supposed to be coming to look at it was supposed to come yesterday and then had to work late. I didn't see a message from him this morning to let me know if he was coming this morning or not. Of course, trying to sell anything on Facebook, about half of them, if not more, never show up when they say they're going to come anyway. So I fully expect that thing will sell in a few weeks. I'm going to put on the sunglasses, even though it's not sunny. That'll cut down the glare. Oh, looks like we might, either we just tapped a brush pile or something's tapping at it. That is one downside to trolling. You can hang up and lose a bunch of tackle. I don't know how well on this thing I'm going to be able to see the rods. Hard to tell looking at the phone screen. Get back to camp and put this card in the computer and look at it. I'm not sure. I might be able to hook the camera straight to the computer through Bluetooth and download it into the computer that way. Everything's experimental the first few weeks out with this thing, trying to learn how to use everything. Boat's got trim tabs on it. I've never had a boat with trim tabs. This is a big heavy boat. Might be just a tad underpowered. It might have been better off with a 150, but I'm tickled with it. And we have a 56-gallon fuel tank, so we've got range to go a long way. Show you the difference a week can make. By this far last week I'd already caught 6 fish. Downside to the polarized glasses, I can't see the electronics as well. And the progressive lenses for the prescription for the glasses really does mess with your depth perception trying to cast. There we go. All right, first fish of the day. Let's see what we got here. Pretty nice size crappie. I believe it's going to be a keeper. Oh yeah. Caught it on the June bug and chartreuse. We will take it off, and I need to get my little easy measure thing out and measure it. But that is what it's all about. I don't know, that may not be a keeper. Looks kind of short. Got to be at least 10 inches. Get our handy measuring funnel out, and nope, he's short. 9.5 inches and got to be 10. So we're going to throw her back. It was fun though. Let me get a quick view of this while I'm untangling. As you can see, I have 2 jigs on, and yes, you can double up. Last week my second hookup was 2 fish, and there we go. And I'm hung in the Velcro on the jacket sleeve. Let's see if I can get it. This is a 1/8 ounce black and white jig head, tube style. This color is a June bug, which is a dark purplish green, and chartreuse tail. I've got 2 of them on there. Throw it back out and see what happens. The other rod has that same thing, only it's white. It's the white one with the chartreuse tail instead of the June bug. They seem to bite the purple. The June bug one's better. And we got a fish on the other one now, since I said that. This feels like a small one. If he's even on there at all. It's very small. No, he did not take it. Since I said that, I'll go ahead and show you. Same thing, only white with a chartreuse tail. Let's put it back out there. That one didn't bite it strong enough to hook himself, I guess. And we got another one on the June bug. Fish on. I don't know if there's much to it, but it's a fish. Yeah, that's a little one. Itty bitty. But we'll put him back. Go again. Well, we're 2 for 2 on shorts today. Typically what the people here on the lake call it when they catch a fish that ain't big enough. And we got a fish on the white one maybe. maybe. That could have just been coming across some brush or something, maybe dragging the bottom. That's 2 times this rod has fooled me. You know, I haven't put any water in the live well yet. That's probably why. Good Lord saying you ain't ready to catch fish to keep yet. I guess I could go ahead and put the plug in. Not getting any attention at all to that rod with the 1/8 ounce jig head on it. Alright. Plug is in the bottom of the live well. Looks like we might be getting a little bit of attention on them June bug jigs again. Although it's both of them, I wonder if I'm dragging bottom right there. I need to speed up a little bit. I think I'm dragging bottom. It's not really a fish on kind of action. We have gotten in just a little bit shallower water, so we may be dragging bottom. Bump up the speed just a little bit. Interesting, only one rod's doing it, not both of them. That could be a little bitty tiny fish on the back there. But it's not doing it anymore since we sped up. I was down to 0.9 miles an hour. Now we're at 1. Flipping back and forth between 1.1 and 1 mile an hour. Funny, you would think if those 16 ounce jigs were bouncing. Uh-oh, that's a fish. Oh, he got off. No, it's a little bitty one. So far we're 3 for 3 on the June bug jigs. Ah, look at this, actually 2 fish on. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a flower off that tree. Another little one. And I thought this flower off that tree over there was another fish. Hung up. I can see it dragging the limb right there. See if I can get that limb in. Oh, it came off. Okay, good. We saved it. All right, time to put the June bug back out. We're 3 for 3 on the June bug and nothing on the white one or the other jigs. Sounds like the guy's dog up on the creek bank don't want us over here. I'm surprised that that limb came off of there. Usually when you hang up while you're trolling it'll break off. I guess by giving it slack like I did when I did, it popped itself back off of there. We got a little ways to go and then the boat will turn around and we'll go back down the other side. So we've caught 3 little fish, all of them on the June bug. I'll really be surprised if we don't catch bottom. We're in 6.2 feet of water. We're back there within 8. The shallower it gets, you've either got to go faster or pull your lines in shorter. It's okay, puppy dog. Oh, he's got his nose to the ground. He's got something. Probably barking at locusts coming out of the ground. Those things have been everywhere the last few days. I got these rods ready and leaned them up against the table outside the camper. And when I went to get in the boat a while ago, there was a empty shell and a locust stuck to the bottom of one of my rods. I blew the deck off with a blower yesterday. Looked like about 1,000 of them out there. And it wasn't 10 minutes and it was covered up again. There's some super nice places up here on the lake. Ours is really nice. I've been blessed to be able to do a lot of things through the years. The good Lord to give me a good ability to know how to do some things. We're just about finished up. Matter of fact, I was getting ready to build another smaller floating dock, and then we bought this boat and we've decided we're going to build a dock like that one over there. Turn it over there, let you look at it. We're going to build a dock similar to that down at our place, so we have a lift to put this boat on, so I don't have to worry about loading and unloading on the trailer every time we come over here. We don't have a dock at the boat ramp, so there's no way to tie the boat up. So typically I back it in, get in it, go to camp, get Jill to take me back down on the golf cart, get the truck. Our ramp is enough width to it to be able to have two boats on at the same time, or 2 trucks backing boats in at the same time. And it's a private ramp. It's just for people at the campground. It's supposed to be. Looks like I'm getting another hit on that June bug rod over there. It might have been bouncing on the bottom though. We're down to under 6 feet of water, 5.8. I may need to speed up just another tad. Keep them off the bottom. So we'll bump it up to 1.2 miles an hour because this is going to get between 5 and 6 feet the rest of the way until we make the circle and get back past that dock again. You can probably see that dock pretty good now behind us. Well, I don't know. You can see that rod. Can't see the dark red one, but you can see that gray one or light blue, whatever color that is. Maybe it's just because I've repositioned the camera. Who knows? Flipping between 1.2 and 1.3 miles an hour. That does affect your presentation too for the fish. Of course, if you're on the bottom and hanging up, you're not going to catch anything either, so I may need to reevaluate how far out I come with the track and try to keep it in 6 foot water. Slow that back down a little bit maybe. It was flipping back and forth from 1.3 and 1.4, and I don't want to go that fast. It is a constant hum. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up. A constant hum in the woods from the cicadas or locusts, whatever you want to call them. A neighbor across the road from us yesterday walked out and he's like, "What is that noise I'm hearing?" He didn't even know anything about locusts coming out. He's like, "Well, I ain't been seeing any." I'm like, "You just ain't been looking." It's barely sprinkling. The clouds are breaking though. The sky behind us is more blue than cloud. In front of us still kind of gray. Absolutely perfect morning to be out here doing that, especially with the top over my head. This dock that's ahead of us, we're going to go past it and circle around in 5.7 foot of water. This is a double dock. This place up here is a real nice home. They have a nice seawall. They have a dock with 2 slips. Both of them have lifts. And then it doesn't even look like anybody's there anymore. It's not being maintained. Grass ain't being cut. Maybe they just haven't been over here to do it. And it could be that it's just somebody's summer place or a weekend place and they just haven't been here to do it. I would love to buy a place over here we could stay at permanently. I'm only going to make one circle, then I'm going to go back to camp. We're going to ride into town, a couple of the nurseries, pick up some plants. Getting some attention on that line over there, or is it bouncing on the bottom? We're at 1.2 miles an hour. Now this other one's bouncing too. I bet you we're dragging bottom. I don't know though, that one's bouncing pretty good. That one's bouncing and the other one ain't. Reel it in just a little bit. Sometimes you can shorten the line just a little bit and then quit bouncing. Uh-oh, hung up. That's usually a sign you're going to break off, and I think that's what just happened. It just broke off. Which means I'll have to tie 2 new ones on. Did I even bring the tackle box? I thought I did. I did not. I would have swore I did. I bet you I set it on the dock and didn't set it in the boat. But as you can see, we have no more jigs on this line. And what that does mean is I can throw out the other line, the other rod with the 1/8 ounce jigs on it. I think that one's hanging up now. Yeah, we're in 4.5 foot of water. We'll have to speed up till we make this circle and turn around. I'm definitely not throwing out another rod with 2 1/8 ounce. That might have worked if I'd have just put one on those, since these 2/16 equal 1/8. I would have swore I put that tackle box in here. Apparently went off and left it sitting on the dock. I'll re-rig this when I get back to camp. I hadn't caught anything on the white ones anyway.